I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
William Lee Memorial High School D-Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Lee High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say oh no did that.
Yo, saw me, the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their second annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun and amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. We'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.
All right. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, my name is Man. Are you having a wonderful day? We had a long one today, and we have a very, very good one lined up for you this evening. It's going to be very interactive. We're going to do team selection. But we have some stuff that we need to get into before we get into all of that. We have some breaking news and information that we want to share with you, our viewers. Yes, breaking news. Have some information that I need to update you on. So come on in, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the platform. You understand me? And also, outside of subscribing, please make sure you share the content so others can know about what we're doing here at I Am Sure Sports. All right, firstly, though, let's say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Call them at 876-884-7390. Prestige Finance is where they will give you up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars in loan with no processing fee, same day processing, and 0 to 4% interest rate. Also, Launch Legacy. Handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. Big thank you to Trick Nick. Trick Nick is a Jamaican owned and operated company. In Canada, they use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. Please check them out and buy something over there. Also want to introduce to you the I Am Sure Sports first piece of merchandise that is up for sale. It is our special edition 2022 jersey shirts. That's what we call them. They're not t-shirts, they're jersey shirts. We have them in black and we have them in white. We have V-neck and we have round neck. All right, they are available in Jamaica, in the USA, and in Canada. 22 in Canada, 22. Well, you will get the ones in the USA next week, 22, and only 22 in Jamaica. In fact, of the 22 in Jamaica, we have around 11 left. All right, so very few are left. If you so desire to get one and you're locally, you can call us. All right, you call the I Am Sure number. There it is. It's going to come up on the screen. You call that number, make your order, and you'll be one of the 22 persons who wear this special edition shirt for this year. Again, only 22. You will not see anyone patent and everything. The design is owned, and so no one will come up with this design. So we have a little look at it right here for you to show you. So look. That's it right there. So give me a thumbs up if you like it. And if you desire to get one, please give us a call at I Am Sure Sports. Firstly, again, we want to express our deepest condolences to the family of the goalkeeper for the William Knibb Da Costa Cup team, Ford Farmer, who was stabbed and killed today. This is the second William Knibb student that is losing their lives. I think the first one lost his life, young lady, in an accident, and now a youngster, oh my God, just stabbed and killed at school. That must be tough for the parents and the family. So please, just pray for them. I know we have a lot of William Knibb subscribers. You see, I play because they are doing a promo, keeping events to help to support the school down there, and to see this happen, it is so sad. Promising goalkeeper. So if you watch the Da Costa Cup that was just completed, he was the goalkeeper in goal. He was stabbed today, and he was killed. School day. I mean, so unfortunate. The first day of a school week, and this happened. So we express our deepest condolences. To the loved ones of this player. Yeah, man, but so next week they will be there. All you have to do, so once they get there, we'll give you the number. You just call and it gets delivered right to you. We didn't want to, listen, we have our online store, but we didn't want to put them there because we're only doing 22, and we didn't want to have more orders than we can supply because it's a year 2022, so we're only doing 22 shirts. Right, so we didn't want to put them out there, so persons will have to call in. Very easy way to pay. You just sell it or something like that, and you get the shirt. So it's very simple process. So please, just once they get there, you can get yours. And like I said, that these ones in Jamaica going very fast. I suppose by the end of this week, the ones in Jamaica will be finished. Right, I think we have a few white, and we have some black that are left. So yeah, that's it. All right. So wanted to give you that bit of information, and again, condolences to that family down there in Trelawney and the William Knibb High School. Now, today I did a show and I mentioned two players that I'm going to discuss before we get into something, because I want to present facts to you and present information, so that you know that when we come and we speak, we're not guessing, we're not speculating, but we have solid information to support the claims that we make. And so we are very careful to do that, because we don't want to come and put out information on the platform that is not credible. All right. Now, I want to tell you that we need to do something about the football. Because this whole process, sometimes there are too many contradictions. I'm trying to be as respectful but as honest but respectful to those persons who are at the helm of the football program. Now, Duncan McKenzie is presently in Europe, and he has been in Europe playing football, training with a club, similar to Christopher Pearson. At the end of the Manning Cup season, the schoolboy football season, he moved to Europe to play. In fact, he's in Switzerland, and he is, it's a little difficult to get into the first team of a club coming from Jamaica because you need Euro passports and other requirements. But he has been actively training and developing since the end of the schoolboy season. All right. I know, and what my understanding is that it was even his decision to really stay in Jamaica and play schoolboy football last season. So, Duncan McKenzie, on that premise, should have been called up to this under-20 team. Let me say it again. He is playing football, and he should have been called up. Why should he have been called up? I'm not telling you that he's already world class, but when you look at the schoolboy season, his team and his play in his position was one of the best in the league. In the Manning Cup, at least. We can go to the Diaspora Cup and make some comparisons. All right? For whatever reason, the logic behind him not being called up to this first camp is that they were calling players playing in the Premier League. We know that not all the players, there is at least one player, who has not yet played a Premier League game, but was called to the training camp. At least one. We also know that there are players that were called that only played up until the point of the camp, played one game. All right? And as far as we know, they recently started training. Duncan McKenzie, at the end of the football season, moved to Switzerland. You don't believe me? I hope I can pronounce it. Let me give you... The club name is FK Graphicar. So that's FK... You know what? Let me... Just in case you don't believe me, FK... Graphicar. That's the club. Now, there's a player called Norman Campbell that was at this club. I think Norman Campbell was at this club. All right? So, on that premise, Duncan McKenzie should have been called up because he has been active since the end of the schoolboy season. All right? Now, of course, if he's called up, he is available because my understanding is that the club understand that if there's a national call-up, that he be given permission to attend. So the powers that be, if you're listening, I would suggest that you reached out and call him. You can call Mr. Ferguson at Jamaica College. You can call, I know people connected to him like Andre Virtue at Ballers, connected to him. I know you can probably speak to his mother, but begin to engage now. Give them the date and the time for Duncan McKenzie. Go to his former club, Real Mona, because they would know. But this youngster should at least have been given the opportunity to come on trial. All right, so that's Duncan McKenzie. So he is actively developing his craft over there in Switzerland. That's Duncan McKenzie, formerly of Jamaica College. These are the things that we need to hear from our federation. When we don't see certain players, we need to hear these things. Because don't tell me that you didn't know. This is a prime young candidate. We must know. We must know. Now I'm not here to knock some players because based on the explanation, everybody will be given a fair opportunity. The Phoenix players, other players outside of the JPL, as the high school players, and all the players in Europe and other places will be given an opportunity. All right? I hope that is the case. All right? Secondly, I'm going to address this Kaheem Paris situation again. I can unequivocally, categorically, emphatically state that Kaheem Paris, the handlers of Kaheem Paris, when he was called up recently, he, through his handlers, communicated to the powers that be with proof from his handlers and even his club that was communicated to persons at the helm of the football that he tested positive for COVID-19, was unable to make the Peru game, but would have been available for the next window. The next window was the World Cup qualifying games, and he was not called. Not only that, the window after that, which is this window, he still has not been called. Again, I can categorically state that the information, including the test results, were presented to everyone in the federation who is overseeing this particular aspect. So they know. So then, the fact that he has scored 10 goals, 2 in the cup and 8 in the league, the fact that he scored even this weekend, the fact that his team is second place and they have defeated the third place team and he ran rings around them in the cup to get into, I think, the semifinals of the cup in Slovenia. Why wasn't he called up? Is a question that must be answered. I present these things to you people because on merit he deserves a call up. I present these things to you because there is a conversation and there is an argument that would seek to suggest that there is no interest, one, or the player didn't take up a previous call. It is not so. It is not so. This is a young 22-year-old plying his trade in a foreign country, in a place where, unlike some of our internationals who have gone to live in other jurisdictions at young age, brought family members with them, he has no relatives with him, and he continues to perform, yet he cannot break into his national team. Why? We don't know. We the fans don't know. And nobody cares enough to explain to the fans the non-selection of certain players. These things ought not to be so. We have 4 players who, for one reason or the other, will not be making this trip. Players: Ethan Pinnock, Kemar Roof, Kevin Stewart, and Jamal. They have been replaced by 4 other players, obviously, So we have a 24-man squad for the 3 games. Yet, we are yet to be told why some players were not called up. Something needs to be done about this. Again, I must say, having looked at the squad, I am glad, like Atafari Bygrave, who plays in the local Premier League, and he's a leading goal scorer. Think he has now 9 goals in 9 games, or 9 goals in 10 games, but he has not played 10 full games, right? Though 10 games have been played, he has played around 6 full games, and he has 9 goals. Last season, he ended at the top of the league in goal scoring with others. And when he was outside of Jamaica, playing in Antigua, maybe a smaller league and smaller country, he was the MVP and leading goal scorer. I am glad that the fact that some players have pulled out has opened up the door for the top player in the local league to be in the fray. I hope that when he gets in, he scores and he cements his place in the squad, though he is 29 years old. I still cannot understand the selection. After I ended the stream today, I looked at all logical reasons as to the selection of 3 players. And I went and I kind of did my research to see if somehow I have missed something. I'm wondering if I missed something. I'm wondering if in this whole thing, I've missed why a player who has not played a competitive game in 6 months, gets called to a national team for a World Cup game. 6 months, you are called up to a national team when you have not played a competitive game in 6 months. A full competitive game. What is the reasoning behind that? How can a player who is woefully off form be selected from a league that has players playing better? So there's a lot of questions that must be asked. So I'm contemplating what is going on with our football. Is it that we don't take it seriously? My own thought was the influence of Coach Hall would lead to players in the diaspora, in particular in England, being approached. Get to understand that Kyle Walker-Peters, that who would have expressed some desire to be a part of the Jamaica setup, and Tyreek Mitchell from Crystal Palace are both being considered by Gareth Southgate to be in the England squad for their friendly. What is wrong with us? Like, why couldn't we engage the player? Why couldn't we engage them and say, listen, we have these World Cup friendly. Let's expedite the process of you getting all required documentation as we prepare for 2026. Because you and I know that Kyle Walker-Peters and Tyreek Mitchell will not be in the England squad for the World Cup. So they are not calling them for the Indian squad for the World Cup. They are calling them to sway their interest from Jamaica to England. Why haven't we capitalized on it by using the leverage of the present coach, Mr. Paul Hall, who we believe would have had influence on the players in that particular marketplace? Let me ask you this. If Coach Theodore Whitmore had presented this same team to you and said, this is the 24 players that has been selected, what would be your response? I will pause and allow you to truthfully express your thoughts in writing. If Coach Theodore Whitmore was the coach today, and this is the group of players that he selected, what would be your words towards him? Let me get some of your comments, and then, bless up, Pioneer, the basketball guru, Golden State Warriors fan. Bless up, Gunners boss, Balakar, Owen, indeed, fresh God as usual. Roving ball player says they are in the glass case to show and seal. Bless up, fresh God. Chrome Deck says, man, me tell you, say speed attack with you idiot, talk a story for trick we. The voice of reason, Kebs says, Poppy show thing. Hacker number 2. The fans taking it more seriously. It is obvious that we, the fans, are taking it more seriously. People used to bash top of a known press conference, so why so much unanswered questions? Good question. But I'd love to know. The answer management, they want their players to get caps. So here's the thing. Like this to me, again, I'm going to be logical. As of recent, the players who have left Jamaica did not leave Jamaica because of representation on the national team. What do I mean by that? It is foolhardy in this present context to think that the international market for football is dependent on the frequency of your play with a national team. It doesn't make sense. So let me give you some of the names that have left Jamaica for European markets, and it had nothing to do with their representation at the national level. Kaheem Paris, Tyreek McGee, Norman Campbell, Shamar Nicholson, Akwasa Chang, Krista J. Daly, Peter McGregor, who is back, Rolando Biggs. None of these guys left Jamaica because of playing for Jamaica. Because there are enough agents out there who can still take players from Jamaica who have not been in the national setup and bring them into markets in Europe. Leon Bailey is a prime example of that. So this idea that they need to put players on the national team, it is foolhardy. Why would they think that when all the players need is a good agent? That's not the purpose of the national team. And anyone who thinks that, listen, if Duncan McKenzie, like I said earlier, is in Europe, in Switzerland, not because I know national call-up or set-up. The youngster from Montego Bay, Powell is his name, I believe. Forget his first name. He is in Europe, in Germany. Matthew Baker is in Germany. None of these guys are no senior pros with the national team. Malik Howell is going to be in Europe. I mean, he got 5 minutes in Peru. Mannings, from the look of things, is it fair to say that out of the JFF Technical Committee have their own agenda and some some better local players cannot make it to the national team. Listen, all the indications are pointing to this. We thought that change was going to come. Till I care blue. The only way there is going to be transparency in the team selection is when the non-functional inept federation is obliterated. Oh boy, I'm telling you. Strong words, but true. True. Yes, sir, Kev. Don't call Tupper. Don't call Tupper Joe Coach. All right? We don't want to hear anything about Tupper. Kevs. I'd say him to understand ball. You're saying that, Cranky, you're saying that it's not a fair comparison to compare, okay, all right, I hear that as well. But listen, I expect some change, but I see the same. I almost feel like I've seen one of the major issues that we had was the selection issue. And I feel like we're having the same selection issue. And Baltimore says Ben Johnson and Ramsey will be next in line following Mitchell and Walker Peters. You're muted, it seems, Mannings, man. Muted? Stone Love, you sure you're not in trouble, mate? I'm not muted. Mannings, is one agent control most of those players. Name, you call, and the agent and some players not linking again. The agents and some players. I'm not sure. Boss Thomas, I'm not sure I understand this one. Paul Hall has to tread lightly because he's trying to get this. Cracky. You say, that's what I mean. So, you're saying that he's trying to please stakeholders. So, okay, I can understand, but Tapa was in the job. That you know what? That could be a very, I see what you mean. Management and any and every publicity helps. I understand the logic. Also, if you believe in a player, you want him to get experience at the highest level. You understand, Cranky? You need to call and explain the logic because I don't understand which logic you're talking. Because here's my point. You don't need to play for Jamaica to get sold overseas. Leon Bailey didn't do it. Shamar Nicholson didn't get sold because of that. Kaheem Paris didn't get sold because of that. A lot of these people. But I do agree with you that it could be that Paul Hall is trying to win over people to convince them that he is the man, so he ends up calling certain players because that's the only logical reason. But is this a good way of marketing yourself to the general public? Because when I look at that, I see that as being soft. I see that as no. Stamp your authority on the thing and let the fans defend you. Boss Thomas, you have got to retype the entire message. You have to understand management. As a Jamaican coach, the pressure I got on you fairly or unfairly. Paula Englishman, we don't pressure him as much. Okay. So there are two sides of this. Some persons are saying that it's because Paul is not Jamaican. That's one argument. The other one is what Cranky is saying. Okay. We have a call coming in, people. Yes, welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Mannings, man. Good night. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you for investing all that money into Arsenal in the summer window, changing the fortunes of the club, Mr. Cranky.
Well, I'm not going to get too excited yet until the season is finished because we have a very tough run-in. We have 10 very tough games. We don't have any Watford and Norwich to play, so
we have Brighton and Crystal Palace. We have Brighton and Crystal Palace and Manchester United, man. We don't have to worry.
Yeah, you're disrespecting quality teams. That's not a good thing. Disrespecting quality teams. We're not going there. We're not going to do that. We're not even going to talk. Our performance speaks for itself.
Yeah. But go ahead, share with the people, Cranky, what you have to say about this whole dilemma. That I don't know if it's dilemma that we are in or it's just what we should expect. I don't know.
I don't know why we have been dealing with this whole situation for forever. It's not today. It's not yesterday. We expect people who've been doing this for the longest and getting away with it to change. They're not going to change. They are who they are. Their self-interest is paramount and comes first, and that's not going to change. But I do understand. The point I was making is I understand their logic in decisions they're making. So you will say, well, we have a proliferation of agents nowadays today, and therefore the agents them can, if a player has an agent, you have to assume they have an agent, and that agent can get them into teams or get them into leagues so they can continue to progress and be able to demonstrate their skills and be able to generate some income for them and their families. However, the most expeditious way for you to get publicity in football is if you play for your national team on television that's broadcast sometimes globally. So you're playing also against very good players because you're playing for your national team. That's the quickest and the easiest way to get exposure, and may even increase your fee that you're gonna be able to generate from the clubs who want to buy you. Versus some agent trying to promote you, you go on trial and then you got to negotiate something. You're a national player. It improves your pedigree. It improves who you are. It improves your profile, and it's the quickest way for you to get that exposure. So I understand that. My own concern about the whole thing is, look, I'm not gonna say players shouldn't get an opportunity, right? If they deserve it based on their performance. And it's hard for a player who hasn't played outside of Jamaica to clearly demonstrate that they have the capability to play for the national team as compared to their peers who are playing overseas or born outside Jamaica and playing in other leagues. What I would say, though, is my disappointment is this, which is, okay, give some players the opportunity. But also, I just see what Southgate is doing. So there's a huge competition for talent across the globe, period. Everybody wants the best players to play for the national team. So the exposure to the World Cup gives you revenues to invest in your country, invest in your team. We had an opportunity, and I've said this 1,000 times, given players of Jamaican descent in England, who we could have sourced, tied them up within this World Cup qualifiers. The last 3 games, doesn't even matter, right? You can call as many as you want to, the ones you like. First of all, you go help them get their documents. This whole concept work, you know what? Players should go source their own documents and come to us like they're begging us something. If you want something in life, you're going to extend yourself to get it, not have somebody that extend themselves. When, frankly, if you balance it out, we need them more than they need us. So all those Jamaicans who were like, Kai Walker-Peters, KWP can't make the England side. That's why you want to come to Jamaica, or this player can make the side. England have a litany of talent to choose from. Now you see KWP and Tyreek Mitchell now being called by Southgate. Now this is only friendly, so they won't be locked up in this window. So the question is for us is, if you really want those players, even now, you can say to them, look, England has 5 or 6 right back ahead of you and more coming behind. You will never be a first choice player in the Nation League, the Europe, or the World Cup qualifier. So tell you what, we're going to get your passport and stuff. If you still don't want to play for us, you know what, at least you have it on top to come play for us. Because you know they're not going to get in. And the more time passes, the worse it gets for them. Because their competition is really young, and you have players coming from behind like the Spence of the world who are going to also be competition for them. And you still have time to get them into your program, but you have to have a strategy. We have no strategy. All Speed and them are thinking about is, you know what? Let's just, our self-interest is all that matters. To heck with the national program. I don't care what they say about the national program. And they may not say heck with the program. They may be saying, you know what? We think, everyone says this. Speed says it, Butter says it. Give her a lineage, give her DNA. They think we have the talent or the physical attributes to compete at that level. But you need more than physical attributes. You also need the skill set and the training from a very young age to allow you, when you get to that level, to combine that athleticism with your skill to be able to play at the highest level. We don't have the best coaching. We don't have the best facilities. And so therefore we're behind. And the only way we're going to be able to catch up is if we can generate resources to invest back in the program. And they believe the best way to do it is through local players getting promoted and moving overseas, and they get enough fee. I think this is one-dimensional. It's one way of thinking. It's not expansive in that thinking. If they broaden their horizon, if they critically think about these processes, if they're strategic in their thought, they would really think about, you know what? Let's think of a more holistic approach. And yes, let's promote local players. At the same time, think about other avenues to go generate the revenues to help to build the infrastructure and build the facilities and build our program. They're not thinking that way. They're very one-dimensional. And frankly, when they sell players, money probably goes directly in their pocket. If you go the other route, it's harder for that to happen. So I'm not accusing anyone of taking money, whatever it is. If they sell players, it's legitimate. They're running their club, they can get resources. But I'm somewhat disappointed in the approach they're taking. And I'm very disappointed that we haven't used this window to really tie up some players who are young, who we know will have ability. Even if management, they're not at the level we want them to in the next going forward. At least you have tie them up so they can play for any other country.
Yeah, and
so that's my point.
But my thing, Cranky, is a couple of things you said is this. All right, let me say this. One, I personally, and I said this on my show on Wednesday, and I said this. My words were, Mr. Speed, I have to correct you on something. The national team is not to expose people, but when people play for the national team, it brings a level of exposure. In other words, more people see them, but that's not the purpose of the national team. So what's my point? When I look at our national team, Lamar Walker, Peter Lee Vassell, a lot of these guys, Corey Burke, Javon East, these guys have had several, since the Gold Cup, they have had several opportunities. And being in the national team has not really enhanced their ability to get any moves. What we have seen is other players who have not made the national team getting moves.
But man, here's what you're missing. So first of all, yes, they're in the national team, but are they producing? Are they differentiating themselves? Are they showing that, you know what, I should get a move? Because management, that's how it works in a management. You know this, which is if I go in the national team and I play really well and scouts see me, multiple teams are going to be chasing me, not just one team. If I play against the US and play really well, Canada, Mexico, I'm going to get my phone ringing off the hook because those are quality competitions. If I play the national team and I play poorly, who's going to pursue me? So Lamar Walker, which one of those players have had a standout game in any of the World Cup qualifying?
But is it all right? So here's all right. So, but that is my point. We are putting players in the national team to expose them, right? So they can get contracts, but they are not good enough. So it's not working.
Yeah, but management, they may go to the USL, for example, right? They may not go to a league in Europe, but they may go to USL. It may be a start for them. And even USL, they're going to get a little fee because any fee is something for certain, for certain clubs. Any fee is not going to be what you call monkey money. It's going to be held to, it's going to be much more valuable in Jamaica than someplace else. So, yes, you will probably think that, you know what, even if they don't get into one of the top leagues, I will get some return on my investment.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, though. All right, so fine. Let me work with that. Okay, they have to put some players out there so that they can be exposed. All right. However, that should not be cranky at the expense of players in the same league who are doing better. All right, so let me give you an example. Christopher Pearson, good schoolboy footballer, right? I have no issues with that. Good schoolboy footballer. Did well at KC. He plays 2 games in the Premier League, and here's what happens. He gets into the national team.
Right. So they may say, look,
he's 19,
when we look at the player, but the question is, the question is this, which they may say, look, when we look at this player, he's very, very young. We think he's the future of Jamaica midfield. We think he has a lot of potential. He may not play a game. Let's get him around some of these players. Let's get him in that environment, right? So we believe, given what we see, no matter if he's played Premier League game or not, I think he played 1 game for Calavera, 1 or 2 games, he scored a penalty. Let's see if he can compete at that level. Let him go play in practice game with these players. Let him be the training session with them. We think based on his physical talent, his football skills, his acumen, because he interviews really well. I see him in an interview.
Yeah, man, he's very good.
He's a full package, and we believe he can translate that into that environment that he's going to play in. So we want to bring him to the program. And you may say, well, he's not being blooded, and they may say, well, we think based on what we see, he would. And maybe in one game, did he play well in the games he has played so far? The game he has played.
If he played well, yeah, man, I would say that he played well in one game. I would say the first game he scored a goal, had an assist. The second game he never looked so good. I don't know if because he was coming from the national training and he probably wasn't with his team and he just came into the squad, but he never looked as good in the game that they played yesterday. But the first game he looked well. But
yeah, and look, I think he's also part of the under-20, right?
Yes.
Or he's not?
He is.
So they're probably thinking, look, this player is part of the future for the midfield. He seems to have all the attributes we're looking for. We want to give him as much exposure as possible. He can bring that back to the under-20. Who knows? He may even be the captain of that team. Who knows? And, you try to invest in your future. I don't know what the logic is, but I'm assuming that's part of the logic.
All right. So here's okay. So let's use that logic. He's a young player. He's 19. All right. Bring him around for exposure because he may be one of the players we're going to build around into the future. All right. But Tariq McGee is 21.
Well, there's got to be something there with Tariq McGee, which we don't know about, man.
All right. Kaheem Paris is just turned 22.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. Were some players not called because... Wait. Were some players not called because of the expense that Mr. Speed always alludes? Well, no. Mr. Speed always say they have money, and then somebody else say they don't have any money. Now, I know they've called Gray and Dylan Barnes, some of them. I don't know if they're paying their own way out at working, but do they have money to bring a lot of players to the last 3 games?
All right, so if I had a choice, and I raised this point today, Dylan Barnes is not going to keep. So, why wouldn't you bring Tariq McGee or a Kaheem Paris and use a local goalkeeper as a reserve to eliminate that cost?
Yeah, look, that's a fair question. I don't know what the rationale is. So Mariappa is coming from Australia, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Mariappa comes from Australia.
Yep.
Glenn Barnes comes from England. You have Gray coming from England. So I don't know what the logic is. I'm sure there's costs involved why some of the local players were selected. They got to be cost, no matter what they want to say about seeing players. Or maybe it is, you know what? We have to call a number of players on different teams to show that we're not partial in our decision making. We're not biased. You can speculate as much as we can, but someone needs to come and explain what the rationale was for not calling certain players and for calling players. Like, for example, if you're part of Southgate's setup, right? You've been an integral part of the team, you're on the cusp of the team, he will call you, He didn't call Rashford this last window, and he said he spoke to Rashford quite a bit, right? He will call you to have a dialogue as to why you weren't selected. It's just good man management. It's a way of keeping in touch. It's basically to say you're still in our plans. I would think someone like McGee who has been on the cusp of the team, who has played well in certain games, who have played in World Cup qualifiers, who is very, very young. Now, not sure how much game time he's getting where he is, but at the minimum, he should have been called. Unless we're saying there's a cost problem, and then as you alluded to, which is, if this cost is dissuading you from calling me, why are you calling some of the players who will not be an integral part of the program going forward?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can explain the JFF. I'm not sure I've said it before, I'm not sure the JFF can explain anything. So how are we going to explain it? But we can't go into their heads because I hear Speed talk sometimes, and Speed sometimes talk in China. So we don't understand. I can't understand him sometimes because one time he'll say something, and when you pull him up, he'll change in the same interview, right? Because he gets called up and he feels like he's cornered. Because Mr. Speed is a very confident man. And we actually, I appreciate Speed actually going out there and speaking, though. One thing I'll say with him is not hiding.
There you
He's
go.
very
Which is
confident.
exactly, and then
Yeah.
he allows us to ask questions. And what I've seen is that I don't know if I want to call it backtracked on certain positions, but because of the dialogue, I think the dialogue has changed at least the whole idea of quota and how the under 20 whole selection process was going to work. I think some of the dialogue that we have had in terms of engaging him has somehow changed, at least on paper, how some of that thing work.
Yeah, management. Here's the thing, management. I don't think Mr. Speed and the administration realize how much they're hurting the program by the strategy they currently employ. If they had a very, I use the word holistic approach to doing this, management, really get some help strategically in terms of how they approach this whole thing, really bring the right mindset and perspective into the program. People who can really think through these things and help them, but they think they're so smart, and sometimes what they do doesn't reflect that acumen they think that they have. And have those individuals really guide them in a way in which they can go out, generate revenues, source the best players, put the best product on the field, win games, go to World Cups, win Gold Cups, generate much revenue. They could even line their own pocket if that's what they're trying to do, because they won't take all the money, they'll take some of it. But you know what? That's how people are sometimes, right?
Yeah.
They will get compensated. Yeah. The program get the money to invest. Players make money. Everybody benefits. Their small-minded approach of just taking local players and trying to promote local players, they don't realize that at the end of the day, they're hurting the program. They're hurting how we think about them as people, as administrators. On a net basis, they're not coming out ahead, man.
Yeah, but Crank, you're a business-minded person. I want you to like some of these things. I know you're trying to give an explanation, but when you really look at the whole thing, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So let me explain this to you. So, Kaheem Paris is in Slovenia at a team that is in second place, one of the top scorers in the league. He has an agent. He's in a club. If that player gets called to Jamaica and does well in the national team, goes back to Slovenia and does well, wouldn't his club want to look to Jamaica? Wouldn't his agent want to find other Jamaican players? How does cutting him off or not selecting him benefit football? And I can name other players. I don't see how, because I think what we should do is players who are in this position, as long as they are informed, bring them into the setup, because that is how other nations will want to come and see players in Jamaica.
So there's two ways of looking at that, which is your way of thinking about it, which is Kaheem Paris will help to promote the product, will help to have other the club that he plays for, or even teams in the Slovenian league who are watching him, may recognize other players, right? But Kaheem Paris coming in is going to take somebody else's spot, and that person is the person they're trying to give exposure to, right? So you can look at it two ways, right? I mean, Kaheem going to take, and they'll say Kaheem already has his exposure. Kaheem is playing overseas. Because I'm not sure Mr. Speed, I think he has said this, which is, if you're playing in certain top leagues, you don't have to come for trial for the under 20, for example. So I get the sense, if you equate that to everything that he thinks about and does, if you're playing in the top leagues, then yes, we'll bring you in. If you're not, we don't view you in the same light. So therefore, a Kaheem Paris playing in Slovenia, does Mr. Speed administration recognize that league and think it's a league which suggests that he has the ability, even though you've seen him locally, to displace someone else who they want to bring into the team? And also, he already got his contract in Slovenia. Somebody doesn't need to get a contract. Man have to eat. You don't know the saying. Man have to eat. Food have to share. Yeah. It's a socialist environment. It's a communist environment. It's not capitalist management where you hoard the funds. You have to spread it out. You have to spread the wings. So they bring in 12 players.
It's a part of the democratic society.
Yeah, but democracy doesn't mean the economic system is the same, Democracy have a hoarding system, which is the rich get rich and the poor gets poorer. Communism is that everybody have to eat food, even though it doesn't exactly work that way. But conceptually, that's how it's supposed to be. So no, I mean, at the end of the day, I understand what they're doing. I just don't necessarily agree with the approach. And I'm not sure I agree with, I don't agree with you and how you're taking Paul Hall to task. Because the first thing you have to do is you have to get in the door.
Hold on,
Cracky. Situation first.
Cracky, you have to read this one.
Hold on. If you're on a team for the management.
Hold on, let me read this one for you. No, man. I'm going to let you finish. Don't lose your point, but I have to read this one for you. This Eagle Republic says some players will be getting exposure with the national team, while some players will be getting exposed.
Well, yeah, but you know what? It's management. It's a risk-taking business, you know. Yes, I mean, I think about this. Richard King got exposure, right?
Yes.
And it worked out well for him in 2 games. So he got exposed in the Peru game. He played again. He played well, and we all recognize it. But we weren't talking about Richard King all the time before that and saying he can play that level. So that's the thinking of those who, and I understand the view of those who are running those teams, saying, you know what, I have this player, he looks really good. He just need to get a bus. Just bust him. So he can go do him things.
But Cranky, is this the same? Aren't you creating a problem though? So what happened is that, so Richard King plays this game, a club buys him in July. Do we now say, okay, now that he's over there, let's not call him, let's call somebody else? We can't operate like that.
No, but management, I don't disagree with you. But I think that's where the program has to figure out a strategy about how we want to operate going forward, which is, do I call the best players for every game? Do I not call certain players because I want to give others exposure? Because Southgate does this, you know, sometimes. He didn't call Walker from Man City because he want to see other players.
It's a friendly, but they're playing friendlies.
No, but I'm saying, well, these are the 3 games we're playing now are friendlies, man. These are 3 friendlies.
You're the ones that are friendly games.
Come on, man. These are 3 friendlies. You know that they're friendlies.
They are meaningless international games. They are not friendlies.
They're friendlies. They're friendlies.
No,
they're friendlies.
No, friendlies don't affect your FIFA ranking.
No, man, they're friendlies. They're friendlies that have ranking implications. They're friendlies. Well, the JFA, man, if they were not friendlies, we wouldn't call 12 local players, man. They're friendlies. It's not disputable. If they were not friendlies, we'd be playing our best team. They're friendly. And in that way, they believe that just like the Peru game, it's just a more important friendly for certain team like a Canada. It's not important for El Salvador or who else are playing. It's Honduras?
Honduras and El Salvador, Honduras and Canada.
Only Canada it matters for. It doesn't matter for anybody else. Because the other 3 teams are at the bottom of the pile, not creating any waves, not going anywhere. I just want those players who get the opportunity to play well. We can't, look, we have said what we need to say. We don't agree with the strategy. But while those players are playing for the national team, I'm supporting them. I hope they all get bust. I hope they don't get exposed. I hope they get the exposure. And I hope they play really well and do well and they get overseas contracts. That's what I hope for. I would say this though is, I hope the JFF also really think deductively going forward how best to move the program forward. We've been in the wilderness since 1998. If they don't realize that their thought process is not working, their lack of strategy is not working, then we're going to be in the wilderness for another 24 more years or longer. So
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, it's a very hard, like, I don't like to call out players. And let me be. Maybe I'll be surprised.
Don't call out any players.
All right. So,
we have beat up the Japan Wasps of the world, and maybe rightly so because they were past the.
But Frank, even
I would call out younger players. Now there's a 29-year-old you mentioned. I'm wondering if you're a 29-year-old forward, that means your career is on the other side. Shouldn't you give a younger player an opportunity?
But with him, no, with this. Here's why. Because the reason why they called up this striker, he's 20, he just turned 20. The reason why they called him up, I think, is because... I think they called him up because the other players, like Roof not coming and Jamal low, so they just called him up. Because on farm, he has scored 9 goals in the league, and he also scored goals in Antigua. That's fine. But all right. My issue is that there are other positions that people have been called in, where we have other players who are better, who are available, that were not called, and there is no explanation. You realize every time there's a squad cranky that has question mark, there's no press conference.
Somebody's man, where the player live? Where does the player live? Where does he live now?
Which one of the players?
The one you just mentioned, the 28-year-old.
He's in Jamaica now, man. He plays at Dunby Holden. His name is Atafari Bygrave. He scored today again.
Where in Jamaica does he live?
I don't know. But no, what I'm saying, I don't have a problem with that player. No, I think that player should.
No. Here's my point, man.
Go ahead.
So a taxi fare for him go and stay and go play versus a business class fare for Kaheem Paris. Much cheaper than Manning's man. Much cheaper.
But
much cheaper.
Right.
In fact, he may be $4,000 cheaper. Plus hotel fare when him come, much cheaper, Manning's man. Much cheaper.
Cranky, I don't know. I hear all you said, but it's hard for me to accept it because, like, I mean, I think, like, I remember when we had the Peru game, right? They did say that there was a mix-up with Alex Marshall COVID test. And so because of that, right, he did not get to travel with the team for the friendly. Okay? Since that time, when was that? When did we play Peru? It was in February? No, it wasn't in February.
It was a while ago.
It wasn't.
Was it for the last qualifiers, wasn't it?
Yeah. When did we play? Somebody just remind me. But when we played Peru, he didn't go. All right. Because of some mix-up. So bam, there you go. He has not played any ball since that time, which is from in last year. He hasn't played any competitive ball. He's in Jamaica. Maybe he's training somewhere. I don't know. How does he get into the team though? That is the question. January played Peru. So he wasn't playing in December. He didn't play any football at the back end of the Canadian League. So you have that. You have December, January, February, March. That's 5 months of not playing any competitive football. How do you make a national team going to play a World Cup qualifier? When you had like a Dushin Beckford, somebody just brought up his name, who played well in that Peru game, who was not called back. Like, what is the logic?
If you keep trying to figure out, there's no logic, man. I try to explain some of the thought process, but you won't find logic in all the selections. And in fact, maybe what you should do is bring Mr. Speed on, tell him to go get prepared and have discussion with because Paul Hall didn't select these players. Let's get that clear. There is no way Paul Hall selected these players. None. The players were selected for Paul Hall, or a committee selected the players. So maybe Mr. Speaker come on your program management and explain the rationale for each player, and also explain the rationale for not calling certain players who you believe, based on where they're playing now, their skill set, their activity should be part of the program. And maybe the question for Matt is this, which is, when they go into the process of selecting the squad, what's the criteria that they're using to select that squad? Are there players available for the coach? What's the criteria being used, especially at this point in time, to make that determination? That's what that question you should be asking. What's that criteria that you're using to then say this player versus that should be in a squad?
Well, you know what his answer? Because I did ask that question. I did ask, why wasn't Kaheem? I asked those questions and he said, listen, you can't ask me that because I'm not involved in team selection. In fact, one of the things he was saying is that if Kaheem Paris was in the team, one of them say a Cavaliers player, he will tell you that he isn't. See, Owen saying it. This is it. He says the technical committee isn't involved in player selections.
So, man, you should ask him, who select the team then? Who select the squad?
The coach.
It can't be Paul Hall. Paul Hall doesnmes know half these players.
That is why we need a press conference. But sometimes some very good ones come up, so I have to play. Duckland Stennett says, Mannings, Alex got in the team because he has a lot of speed. You know that speed is the one that is spelled with an I.
Look, I'm not going to say there's partiality in the team. I will say, though, they have to have a set of selection criteria they're using to select the players. No matter who those players are, they have to be able to rationalize it. And I'm sure it's not one person making the selection for the squad, because Paul Hall doesn't know the squad. Paul is relying upon his support staff, his support system, those of the knowledge of players, to help him select those players. Paul Hall may be the name that's listed as the coach, but there's no way Paul Hall. You know Paul Hall didn't select squad.
Well, but you know what they're saying to a cranky. You know what is funny? They said that Paul Hall is very impressed with Pearson, Zimenez. He's very impressed with Alex Marshall. That's what we hear, you know, that he's impressed with the players, you know.
Well, no, look, I watched some Manning Cup games. I've watched a few JPL games. Those are good players, so I could see him watching them. But the one thing you have to realize, man, you always go back to what's the level of competition. So I could look great in the JPL, but when you put me in a different environment against better competition, you have to extrapolate that and say, you know what? If I see this player playing against better competition, how do I think he or she would perform? And then I have to compare that to those who are in their similar position, and how we believe that it would compare to those players. Is that comparison being made, or is say, you know what? Boss Pearson, Boss Jimenez, I'll give them the opportunity because I think that they can perform at a higher level.
Yeah.
Look, what we have to do is trust, and I hate to use that word with some of the people involved here.
Trust the process.
Well, trust the selectors. I don't see a process, so I think it's trust the process. Trust the selectors that they have the program they have the best interest for the program. They're not just doing it based on their own situation. They want the program to do well. They're trying to give players exposure who they believe have the capability. Hopefully, Paul Hall has even watched one of their games, because I know how you make selection without doing so. And if that's the case, he also supports it. But I don't think Paul Hall selects those players. I cannot see how that could be the case.
Yeah,
I can't see.
All right, so this is really all right, so here, let me just get a couple of these. Thanks, Data Boss for the super chat. He says, congratulations to Mr. Pearson. So I'm not going to knock the Pearson pick, because the truth is, given the players that were available, I'm okay with them having him and Zimenez in and around the squad. I did say that. I have an issue with some of the other local players who were selected, because I believe they are better local players, and I also believe that there are players playing outside of Jamaica, like Deshaun Beckford, who played in the Peru friendly and was one of the better wingers, was not called back for the qualifiers, and he's not called up to the training camp, and he's not called up to this game, though we are rebuilding and we are looking at players. So it makes you wonder what is going on with these people. The same thing with Kaheem Paris. If we are rebuilding, why wouldn't you want to have him? Like you said, Cranky, Indies friendly. I think it was Owen or Eagle Republic. Eagle Republic said up here, let me just get this one. Again, thanks for the super chat, Data Boss. Eagle Republic said that in June, Cranky, June this year now. June. You know what month we in now? March, April, May, June, we will be rubbing shoulders with the big dogs. You know who will be in zone with in the Nations League? USA, Canada, Mexico, you know, Panama, Costa Rica, those teams. What it means is that we will not have a friendly before this. So the question is asking, is this the squad for the Nations League? Or when these 3 games are done and we come to the Nations League, we're going to go now and call Kaheem Paris and we're going to call Tyreek McGee. And is that what we're going to do? And then display some of these, like, what are we trying to accomplish?
I don't know. I can't answer that question because I don't see the logic. I don't understand the logic that we're employing to source players for the national team and to have those players perform well. My hope is that Paul Hall has thought through this, but I'm not sure that's the case. Because you're right, management. If you want to win the Nations League, improve your ranking, the question now becomes, which is, which players are you going to use for that? Which players are you going to call? Because June players are on vacation, right? Players are no longer with their clubs.
Yeah, right.
So therefore, you have a whole suite of players that you can call to come and play.
Cranky, we just heard that Kemaroof may have had COVID. That is why he turned back at the airport.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want Kemaroof to come. I want to give somebody else an opportunity. I'm actually serious about that. I think established players like Kemaroof and Antonio, we shouldn't call them for this window.
Yeah,
We should be looking at younger players who we believe have this ability to play in whether it's the nation. Because Kemaru and Antonio can play Nations League.
yeah.
We want to see other players. These are friendly games. I'm telling you, these are friendly games. Just like Southgate is calling Mitchell and calling Kai Walker Pickers, we need to call some younger players who has potential, give them exposure, not necessarily get them contracts, play at this level, play at a higher level, so we can see how they perform at that level. Are they frightened? Do they look like they belong? We have to do that. I don't think we should be calling the Antonios on the roof in this window. What are we trying to prove? We know those players' pedigree. We know their capability. We know they can play. We know they can compete. Get some younger players. We're trying to plan for a couple of things, which is, yes, playing the tournaments that are coming up. There should be a long-term plan for the next World Cup after this one. And I would think we're thinking about, you know what? Who are some of the players in the British system or the American system who are young, who have a lot of capabilities, who have differentiating qualities, who want to lock them up now for the future, for either now or going forward. We should be thinking through that. People like Speed should be planning for that. Whether they want to have their quota or not, if you have a six-person quota, you still have another X number of positions that's available, should be open to other players, right? We may not agree with the quota system, but it is what it is. Once you go out and source the players from now, build your inventory, really do your third degree due diligence on them, get the passport lock up for all the players. Let them go get them passport. Help them get them passport. So then when you call them, they're available. You lock them in, and you can use them going forward. I don't understand why it's so complex. It's not a complex money plan. It's very simple, actually. Yeah. But you need people with a vision to do this, and they are sort of myopic in their views. So I'm not sure they can see it. Not sure they can see it. May I leave your money, man, to say, I'm now guest on some of these chats. I'm no longer a regular, so I come through 2 words and I disappear again. So.
All right. Thank you, Crunky. The man who pumped all those resources in the summer in Arsenal caused us to do so. Keep it up. We need some more signings in the summer.
Yeah, well, you know what? Last one I said this, so we go to the Premier League, which is this.
We're gonna re-sign Aubameyang.
No. Aubameyang never good feel. Me not care why man do a Barca man. It was poor for us. Made the right decision. I know he scored 6 and 7 or whatever it is. Scored 2 last window. I watched the game, by the way, and he missed a couple chances like he's missed for us. And he scored 2. He scored like 5. But anyway, let me just say this management plan, which is for Arsenal. It's my last comment, which is we have a great foundation to build from.
Yeah.
We never ever built from the back. We now have about 5 or 6 defenders who are close to being world class, with Saliba and Tamiyosu who are out. So you have about 5 or 6. We just need about a couple, supplement them with a couple more, a left back and another right back. And then what we need to do is build the midfield and build the center forward. And we're good.
Yep.
We're good. So it's all good.
All right.
If only we had a strategy for the Jamaica team like Arsenal has more reason. We blow it up and start over.
Yeah. Yep. Listen, but yeah, man. All right, Cranky. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know what I'll say? I remember people, and Owen just said something. Sorry that I missed some of the comments. As best as possible, I'll go back through some of them. So just keep sending in the comments, and I will get into some of them. We were supposed to go over the starting 11, but we can do that a little later or at a next time. But I like this comment. I'd love if this team can surprise us. The truth is that going into that Peru friendly, a lot of us felt like we're going to be beaten out of the park. We did lose the game by 3-0. We did lose the game by 3-0. But the truth is that the team in that first half did well, and that kind of spilled over, I think, into the qualifiers in terms of our ability to possess the ball. I want to see Tariq Zimenez play well. I want to see Leon Bailey finally put in a performance, given that he's had like just this bad run of injuries, right? I want to see Pearson, if he gets an opportunity, do well. I want to see Ravel again put in a performance and scores for Jamaica. I want to see Greg Lay doing well. So I want the team to do well. So this is not about the team. You know, we all want to see the team doing well, but at the same time, we have to be true to ourselves. There are players that I believe should have been or could have been selected. But I'm still going to watch the game. I'm still believing that we can get a result from El Salvador. I don't think they're that good that we can get a result with the squad that we have. I think we have a good enough squad of players. We have enough quality in the squad to beat El Salvador and Honduras at home. I believe so. We remember, listen, I believe this squad is I think we defeated Honduras in Honduras, and I think we have I would say that we have a good enough squad for this game as that Honduras game. Right? I mean, will we be able to get a result from Canada game? I doubt it, but I think we can get a result from Honduras and from El Salvador. So I want to be surprised. I want some of these players to do well, but all I am saying is as simple as this, that they were better players. You see, I'm delusional. So God bless you. Don't believe that this team is good enough to beat. You don't believe. Listen, all right, let me people, we still have Andre Blake in goal. I still think Mariappa, King are a good defensive unit. Glow, though he can be rash, good defensive unit. I think Greg Lee is a quality left back. Javian Brown has been playing well. All right. I think Ravel has been playing well. I think the weakest area to me is the midfield. All right. I think Leon Bailey still has something to offer. Gray has been scoring goals. So I honestly believe that we can get a result. Fine. If you think that that's okay. You understand me? I think so. I think we can get a result. It's not going to happen, man. I bet you $200 on that. That's what? We can't get a... What are you betting me that we can't get a result from the El Salvador game? What's up with that drink bad rub today? One said, Leon Bailey not coming for the game. Leon Bailey not coming for the game, really? When did you get this information? I don't know. When did you get that seeing all that Leon Bailey not coming? Up to the squad that was named up to today had his name in it. So I don't know. You have to tell me where you get that information from. Exactly. Must win Maxwell, but I don't know, because we're getting a result from El Salvador. If you're saying that we can't get a good result, we are getting people, El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Let me tell you again. In the stadium, El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Let me tell you again, people. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Let me say it again. Me don't know who me a bet Maxwell. You want me to put up bet so you can come and say, who me bet Mannings, man? Me don't know who name must win Maxwell. Me have to know who me a bet. So how me go collect? How am I going to collect? How am I going to collect? Boy, you bet me and me a pass. I'm not bet, man. How me go collect? Travis, you take it, man. Because me not bet, You understand me? Give it to charity when you lose. Because El Salvador not beating Mannings. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Let me say it again. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. See, and all you have to answer the first question. Who tell you that Bailey not coming? WhatsApp the calling number, man. See the calling number there. Must win all. WhatsApp the calling number. WhatsApp the calling number. Yeah, Paris is missing. He should have been here. WhatsApp the calling number when you're ready. But I am telling you this. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Let me say it to you again. El Salvador not beating Jamaica at the National Stadium. You guys tell me when last El Salvador has defeated Jamaica at the National Stadium. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. I can tell you that. You said Jesus. You said Jesus is a holy water. Bless you. Anoint him head with oil. So he can have some sense. You must say, man. El Salvador not beating Jamaica, bro. That ain't gonna happen, man. But you know we don't bet. But El Salvador not beating Jamaica, man. After these guys talking, I can't believe this. Like, and how did Jamaica and El Salvador go in El Salvador? Who remember? Who remember how Jamaica and El Salvador went in El Salvador? El Salvador not beating Jamaica. Listen. All right, people. Who defeated Jamaica at home? Who defeated Jamaica at home? Let me ask you again. In the World Cup qualifiers so far, with all the problems that we have had, anything is possible. Anything is no, man. Is it possible? What I don't understand the formula, but you need to tell the other people betting me that it is possible that Jamaica can beat. Why is it possible for El Salvador to beat Jamaica, but it's not possible for Jamaica to beat El Salvador? Talk to them. Yeah, talk to me. Me never bring up that. The man them say Jamaica now win no game. At them if you talk to, why Jamaica cannot win no game? Not tell me, tell them. At them I come up with bet. Tell them. Come on, family. Tell them, not just tell me. It is possible that Jamaica can lose, but Jamaica not going to lose. So let me ask again. Which team in the World Cup qualifiers have defeated Jamaica at home? Somebody answer me, no man. Just answer me that question. Who in the World Cup qualifiers has come to Jamaica and defeated us at home? Who are the teams? Here's what I'm asking. Okay, so formula, basically what you're saying is that the only result that is possible is for El Salvador to beat Jamaica. Who are the teams to beat Jamaica at home? Check them. They can't. Remember we lost to Panama in that big old confusion game. Right? So we lost that game. All right? Let's go through. What happened with Canada? Canada was on form. We drew. USA game. What happened? We drew that game. Just go through the game, no, man. Panama. And Mexico. And Panama. Panama in the first game. Mexico beat us. And who again? Who again beat us? So all of you talking about the game, it appears. So say, yeah man. So let me give you. Canada is going to give Jamaica 6. So let me take that CNL. Canada is going to beat Jamaica 6. All right, not a problem. Canada going to beat. Costa Rica gave us 1. Mexico defeated us 2-1 with a red. And put the circumstance of the game. We got an early red card and conceded late in that game. Right? We could have and probably should have defeated USA if other things went our way. We didn't. Right? We defeated Honduras by 2-0. We drew with Canada. All right. So I don't know on what premise we believe that El Salvador is so much better than Jamaica that Jamaica can't get a result. When we went to El Salvador, it ended 1-1. If they were so better than us, why they didn't beat us? So we will see. We will see. Remember, you know. Remember. All right. We had Anthony Grant. Let me just say this. Because people forget the El Salvador game. O'Neal Fisher, who we say we never want in the team, was there. Kemar Lawrence was there, and we said that Greg Lee is better. So, based on the team, Greg Lee and Javian Brown are 2 better options. Right? Leon Bailey was not at his best. Kemar Roof was there. Javon Watson started that game. Ravel Morrison didn't play. Andre Gray. I don't think Andre Gray didn't play. No. I think Michael Antonio came on in that game. So, the point is, I believe, in the same way you believe that El Salvador can beat us, I believe Jamaica can beat them. So I'm going Jamaica for the win. You can pick when you want to pick. That is my pick. I'm picking Jamaica over El Salvador Thursday. It don't matter. They won the game. Okay. I love what you guys talking. So it don't matter. A team won the game. So you don't say a team play good. As long as you don't win the game. Right? It doesn't matter. So I want you guys, because I remember when Jamaica get results against Canada, when Jamaica got results against, a lot of you came on and you were still critical. None of you said, this is a matter, this is the issue sometimes, with some of your people, Some of the times when you come on and you talk conveniently. No man, that must win Maxwell. I don't take it personal, no man. We not take it personal. It's just banter and talking, man. But I will tell you this, that don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you, El Salvador not beating Jamaica in the office. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. El Salvador will not beat Jamaica at the National Stadium on Thursday. The team that they played in El Salvador was better than this team. Okay, all right. Okay, are the squad, because you don't know the starting 11 yet, you know. You're talking the squad. You're saying that we brought a stronger squad to El Salvador. We brought a stronger squad to El Salvador. There, man, say, you mean, big up, big up, big up, big up. Coach Buddies, Carty here. Big up, Carty. Oh, big baller. All right. Yeah, man, love the content and the consistency. And definitely this team should be able to get a result. I'm telling you, the team will get a result, man. Listen, if Leon Bailey turns up and plays well, Damian Lowe plays well, if Ravel Morris plays any way like he has been playing for Derby, El Salvador under problem. Listen, people, you don't understand that El Salvador normally struggle against Jamaica. You know, I have more confidence in Honduras beating Jamaica than El Salvador. I am telling you. Honduras always give Jamaica a hard time. Now tell me about El Salvador. El Salvador not beating Jamaica. What I talk about, man, is the office a bit empty, you know. It might be like an office space. Last time football gave us something to smile about, so it's hard to be a fan. Yeah, Michael Neymar, however, will always support the legends of 98. It is true, it is true. I don't know. Man said Jamaica cannot far. You pick a start. All right, let me pick a starting 11. Let me pick a starting 11. Hold on, because if the man must say we can't find a starting 11. Let me pick a starting 11. Hold on. People, tell me what you think. This starting 11 can. People, this starting 11 I'm picking can get us a point. Should we go straight at the back? No. All right. Javian Brown. Is Javian Brown on this thing? I think we have to use Brian Brown same way. I must stop use these players, you know. All right, so let's see. Boom. Damian, boom. You tell me, people, give me 1 more minute, right? Now go and put up a starting 11. You tell me if you don't think this team is good enough to get a result. Tell me. I don't know what some people talking about, man. We can get a result, man. I believe. The reggae boys, I trust, you know. All right, so let's see if we can share the screen. Now you tell me, people, what is wrong with this starting 11? Why we would not be able to get a team? We will lose all 3. The office is now a conference room for the visitors. All right, so let me share the screen, and you tell me what you think, because I think Paul Hall, based on how I've seen the team play, I like his coaching style. So far, he has been doing some things with the team. All right, so people, that is the defense line. Tell me what you think. What do you think? You're telling me that defense line is not good enough. This defense line is not good enough. Is that what we're saying? That defense line is not good enough? Yeah, you're right. I think Honduras and Canada can beat us, but I think we will beat El Salvador. Yeah, I tell you that. Listen, El Salvador struggle consistently against, always struggle. Even when we have weak team, El Salvador. So for the people who follow Jamaica football, you know that El Salvador struggle against us, right? So I don't know. Based on history, we look at the history. Check how many times El Salvador has beaten Jamaica at the office. I don't know. I don't know where these people get these things from. Panama give us, even in some of our best campaigns, Panama and Mexico come here and beat us. USA come here and beat us. Honduras come here and take points off us. El Salvador, even when we have JPL, our Premier League players alone, players playing in our local Premier League. Let me tell you this, when certain teams come here, they struggle. So, you're telling me that this is a bad... No, all right, they're saying you're saying no, use a back three. Three at the back, 5 in middle, 2 up front. All right, let's work it that way. Not a problem. All right, let's work it that way. Yeah, let's work it that way. Let's do it that way and see. Yeah, let's do it that way. Oh, what is that now? 5 at the back. Let's see this way. This formation. Yeah, so he's over here. Greg Lee is out here. And here now we have Richard King. So I don't think, I wonder if Richard King is there. Richard King. Okay. Yes, wrong Richard King, that, but we're going to work with it. Then you don't know them have to start Devon Speedy Williams, because I think so. I think he's going to start Speedy. Devon Speedy Williams. I think he's going to sit with Ravel. Ravel Morrison. Leon Bailey. Definitely. Andre Gray a strike. So it's going to start out here. Yeah, tell me, say El Salvador can beat this a team, my brother. I want a man to come tell me, say, man. El Salvador can beat this a team, man. Yeah. Who next, people? Who you put in here? That is the question. Who is the next man in the 11? Lamar Walker. Lamar Walker, man. Lamar Walker. There you go. All right. So, people, what would make us not be able... Yeah, man, Ravel starting. Howell to start? You know, like Bailey in 3-5-2. Prefer him in 3-4-3. Oh, 3-4-3. Okay. So, people, this starting 11 can get a point. I am telling you, this starting 11, El Salvador can beat. Yeah, man, Ravel starting. Bring King in the team, big man. Yeah, man, King in the team, man. Yeah, man, King in the team. King in the team. So you have King. Remember, the only problem with King is that we can't find King name on the system. So, some person are saying to play 3. So, this is a ranking, but we are work with it. You understand? We can find 3. People, what you think about this team? I like this team. I like this team. Hey, see all. You know, so the time we wonder, you the man say. The man said in pickup team would put that defense under pressure. Middle soft, like, brother, no way. No way. If you're playing 3-5-2, like you have no. Hey, you know, say, see and all, me sure say you don't understand the football thing. If you say that about the middle, this is a compact defense because you have 3 in the middle. Come on, man. Come on, man. For what we have available, this is a good enough team. Have you been watching Rafael, man? Have you been watching Rafael, man? Javian Brown playing good football. Come on, man. We don't really have no... Listen, people ask, like, Moswin, right throughout the campaign, who we have in... We don't have nobody in the middle of break-up tackle from we start until now, so why we going to try to fix it now? There's nobody who has been in the middle except for the few games that Anthony Grant played. Outside of that, nobody else. Yeah, well, I did ask about these 2 players, why Maggie and Vassell. But this is a good team, people. This is a good team. Very tough defense to break down. Very. And let me tell you, you would not put Lamar Walker in the middle. So what would you play? A 4-3-3? All right, let's go 4-3-3. How would that work? All right, so let's try a 4-3-3. All right, 4-3-3. 4-3-3. I think you'd have to go. No, I think if you're going 4-3-3, he would have to go here. King go here. And then he puts Low right there. What about that 4-3-3? How that look? So Lamar on one side, Lamar. What's that? Boy. Lamaraka joke, man. Lamaraka is a fun player. Yeah, man, this is a good 4-3-3. It's a king job. You like this better than the 3-5-2? Yeah. At least Low will be in there to break up some tackles. Peter Lee Vassler, my little player still. I rate Shakes, you know, a good little player. Take out Speedy, him totally useless, not making a forward pass or tackle. Use Howell and Pearson. All right, this is pro football. I can't agree with you that. I am not bringing in 2 fresh players in a game like this. I'd rather bring them on as substitute. I would not just start them like this. And I think the idea behind the coaches has always been, to use familiar players. So I wouldn't do that. We will find out about the middle soon. The man struggling to keep a USL contract. Low in midfield is but who else you going to put in midfield? You're going to put King in midfield? Put King in midfield? And put Low in centre back? Listen, when Low played midfield, he played good, you know. And many people have been suggesting that maybe that is the best place for him to play. Lulu is saying that the 3-4-3 is better. Pearson. No man, this is for the El Salvador game. This is not for the Canada game. This is El Salvador game. El Salvador game. Pearson, data boss. But I'm not starting Pearson. But now I start Pearson. May I give Pearson, in other words, I'm giving a player like Pearson the second half. Because if I'm even going to play Pearson in the second half, let me show you what I'll do. Pearson, listen, people talking about Pearson can play CDM. Let me tell you this. Yeah, you can't put them players there in these games. He needs some more blood in. So I would put Pearson where Low is. We're not going to find Pearson name on the system right now. So that's what I'll do if I'm going to bring on Pearson. Just drop back Ravel, right? And put him there. Unless the other thing that I think Paul could do is do this. Bam. Put Lamar Walker here. And then, all right, let me tell you who we could put here. A player name, Daniel Green. Yeah. No, that could work. That could work. So I would bring in Daniel Green in there. If you don't want to start Low, you take out Daniel, you put in Daniel Green because he's a winger that cuts in. That's how he has been playing. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, depending on how you want to use him and Leon. Keep Andre Gray in the middle. You keep Lamar Walker in there. Yeah. And listen, Pearson is not a ball winner. So if you're going to say remove, and Howell is not a ball, you know what is funny? Watch Howell. Howell and Speedy are very similar. Very, 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 very similar in terms of how they play. Both of them. They're not like ball winning midfielders, you know. They're really good at passing the ball around. User Pearson look like a big truck. Somebody push him off the ball like Speedy. Again, Pearson has played 2 games in the Premier League. Looked good in the first game. In the second game, he was overrun. You know? But this is what I would do, but Paul Hall is going to start Damian Lowe. Even if it means putting King on the bench. But he's going to start Damian Lowe. That I know. We have 11 minutes to go. So please, yeah, make sure you put in your comments. Listen, hey you, yeah. What you going on with? Lulu, you have to give me the name in a Lulu. You don't give me the name. You have to give me the name in a Lulu. You have to give me the name, man. Give me the name, Lulu. Only me would play it. Oh, you would play it. All right, Data Boss. It's when you make them big comment, you know, you just say that. Data Boss is saying that Data Boss have a next suggestion. So this is Data Boss suggestion. Right here, him say Damian Lowe. Bam. Yeah. Oh, look. The WhatsApp message, Lulu. The WhatsApp message, man. I'm not getting no name. You know what I say? You're the name man calling, laugh out. What? Who? Tennessee who me a call. All right. Here that's it. Duckland. So let me see your team now, Duckland. Who would be your starting 11, Duckland? All right. And professional football, FIFA. Put up your starting 11. Put up your starting 11 and then let the people judge. People, this is the collective starting 11. What say you? Let's have a vote. I mean, we have around 9 minutes and then other people just put up their starting 11, we drop it. Right? 5-3-2. All right, so this is professional football. 5-3-2. Greg, Low, Mariapa, King, Javian. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. Maxwell must win a number. Bam. All right, Lulu, we get it. All right, boss. So you mean, man? Man, look like him around 7 feet, brother. What's the tall, man? You sure this look like around 6 feet, you know, Lulu? 6 feet. You need to line up an interview, man. You need to let me interview you, man. And that you need to do, you know. Wouldn't change it, so that's my 11. And Pearson, come on. All right, Data boss. You and I said, yeah. You and I have the same thing. All right, so people, let me give you professional football club. Whenever do one thing, man, you do 2 messages. So that is his defense. He's going 5. So his 5 is Greg Lowe, Mariapa King, Javian. Then his 3 in midfield would be Pearson, Ramon Howell, and Rafael Morris. All right, and Bailey and Gray up front. So who in goal? Suspect Blake. Robert Simmett. Yeah, Robert Simmett, boy, I tell you, you have a lot of faith at that, I tell you. I see 1 win at most, and probably a draw is a good result against Honduras at home. But I don't see us getting a point in Canada. That's me. I could be wrong, but I don't see us getting a point. We won't be embarrassed, but we won't be getting a point in Canada. Think it's going to be too cold. I just figure that probably like a Lee and Bailey won't play that game as well. You know. Yeah, people, you see professional football team. All right, so King Jav, look at King Jav. King Jav said Blake, Brown, Low, Mariapa, Lee, the man dropping King, Rafael, Speed, Howell, Bailey, Green and Gray. So the only change he has is that he's dropping, he makes 2 changes. He's removing. So for King Jav not starting King. If you don't start King, you lose 5 points. King must start. He also not starting Lamar, I'm starting Howell and Speedy and Ravel. All right. That's how much points did they give him for that? All right. Then professional football says he's starting Dylan Barnes over Andre Blake. You can't do that, man. You can't. Yeah, sir. Hey, Kwame, you know, say, all right, so let me take this. You know that Ocean Staple, all right, is playing very good. But I can see why they call Zimenez. And I would not be surprised if Zimenez is probably away or overseas because, truthfully, I think Staple is a good player going forward. but Zemin is a better defender than him. Let me tell you why. Most of Harborview goals have been committed on the side that Staple is for this season. So the truth is he's very good going forward, but he's a little bit vulnerable defensively. Yeah. So I like your team, King Jav, but I think King needs to start. At least professional pro clubs have King in his side. King Jav, you can't name King Jav and don't start King. You lose some points to that. Yeah, I don't think they're going to massacre us, but I think Canada is a very good team, and I can see them beating Jamaica. King Jav, you can't name King and don't start King. But subtract some points from you for that, man. You can't name King and don't start King. Oh, somebody was calling the show. I didn't even get the call. Oh, go on. What happened? Take one call because we have 4 minutes and then we run. Rafael played. Yeah.
Here's what I was saying, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you. You're live online, you know, on the show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You see, if they win,
Yes.
I'll send you 100. Just like easy.
Who is this? Moswin Maxwell.
Yeah, man. Easy. If they win,
Yeah.
I say 100. Just like no, you can't hold me to my word on.
If Jamaica beat El Salvador.
Yeah, I send you 100 US. Easy, just like that. I'll call you back and send it to you.
Hold on, let me ask you. You're really serious that you believe that El Salvador can beat Jamaica at the office? You're really serious? No, I need to be serious though.
Listen to
Go
my
ahead.
wager, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta win. If we draw, you lose.
All right.
So they gotta, yeah, we did. A draw is a loss. So we gotta win.
All right. See, the next person you're saying that they will take that bet from me because somebody. Lulu said that he will bet you.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. Who is he? I'm only doing it because you interviewed two of my friends from high school, you know what I'm saying, which I like. Paul
Yeah.
Virtue.
Oh, you're right. I must have Jace. Yes. No, no, I remember you. I know I remember.
Yeah.
I miss a JC this one. Yeah. You're on that
And
JC.
then I think I heard you once that you said you played against like Steve Brissett. So I know we're around the same age.
Oh, yeah. I'm Deck. Yeah, man. Deck.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him?
I would have to. He went away and then had some issues and stuff. But I hear that he's doing well now. But he had some issues when he went away, got into some problems and stuff. Very unfortunate situation, you know?
Yeah, I played against him in prep school, man. I think he went to like Lanham.
Right. So when he was playing prep school, they had the Milo tournament for under 12s. That after that you'd go to the Miami Classic. So that's where I played against him. But I was subsequently told that when he was playing in prep school, he was above the age. I don't know.
Yeah, he was big, bro.
Yeah,
I played against him. He was big.
I can tell you that he was big because he was a monster compared to us. But that's what we heard. We never know if it was true. But we did hear that somebody saying that he's about 100 right now.
No, so is this a rumor or what's true?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Everybody that I talk to, like here's Neil, who probably know him, said that big man deck with all beard and things. So everybody, your next person said that he was 40 years old playing prep school football.
Nah, man, I remember them, man, because like that generation was with Andy Williams and all of them.
Right.
I played against them in prep school, you know, and that's when I realized that okay, these dudes are on a different level from me.
Oh, so right. So like Omar Murray and Dek played on the same team that played against me. So I was on a team like with Patrick Graham and Dean Fawkes and Patrick Graham represented Jamaica. They call him Ninja, I think, and Dean Fawkes probably played some more youth football, but those are the only probably two players from that team that made
I mean, I remember like with Omar Murray, it was Omar Murray, Andy Williams, Giovanni Chambers, and this other dude named Llewellyn Mex. All of them played for Mona Prep.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, so
Omar Murray was on the Milo can doing that bicycle kick back in the days as well. Yeah. So we used to.
So I played against them in prep school, and they beat us like 4-0. I was like, oh man, but they were really good.
Yeah,
they were really good.
I always wonder what Dek. I always wonder though, like because he never played a lot of football. I think he left Calabar very early. I always wonder.
Yeah. He played Manning Cup if I remember correctly.
He was playing Manning Cup from first form. I'm telling you.
Yeah. He played Manning Cup, but back then I don't think Calabar had a good team. I don't remember correctly.
Neo played against him and said, Dek bust me net and then threaten me. Tell me say, hey youth, watch big man play. You see what I mean?
It's funny that I feel I know this dude Neo because he went to Woolmers, right?
Yeah, he went to Woolmers. He's a Woolmerian.
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, if they win, I'll just call you, get your details, and send you $100. If they draw, I get the money.
All right.
That's a liability. All right.
All right. Respect.
All right.
Yeah, man, boss it. Yeah, man. But Neo said you. Oh, yeah. So there you go. So a lot of you guys know Dek. I always wondered how Dek never made it because when Dek was in those times playing football, I thought he and Omar Murray were going to be the next big things. I thought Omar Murray was going to be one of Jamaica's biggest, maybe because I was a kid that time playing with them and stuff. And like Dek, I thought like Dek was going to be the biggest. People, this is like almost a 6 feet footballer at 12 years old, Not skinny, thick, Right, Neo? I'm telling you, big, strong, I'm telling you, big, strong player. So I always wondered, So I always wonder, like, what happened to him? Like, you only have one of those players probably in 20 or 30 years. I love to talk to him one day to find out why he never continued playing football. I'm telling you. So Owen, you know him as well. Everybody feel the wrath of his right foot brother when him kick the ball. Yeah, man, he was big, man. He was big. And listen, like Travis can tell, I was very small, So imagine, at that time. Yeah, I know that Omar Murray, I don't know, I can't remember Gio, but I know that Omar Murray was very good. Do you ever know what happened to some of these players? I guess some of these guys never really wanted to play football seriously. Yeah. All right, but people, you know what? That looks like the show for tonight. Jamaica to beat El Salvador. Remember, this week we have coming up on the show this week. We will be having tomorrow night the recently appointed U20 coach for Jamaica. We're talking to him, Mr. Marcel Gale, right? Then on Wednesday, we're going to be speaking with Kibaki Holloway. If you went to Dunoon, you'd know him. He won the Manning Cup, right? He also is an entertainer now. Don't go and talk to him about how he transitioned from football to be in the entertainment industry. So we'll have him on Wednesday. The game is on Thursday, and then Friday we have a very special one that we're going to surprise you with. So that is what our package will be like for this week. You understand me? Somebody saying that they tried. I don't know. I'm not getting the call. see this. Hold on, I think we have a next call coming in. Let me see if I can get this person. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So look out for those shows. So tomorrow, we have who we have? We have National Under 20 coach. Wednesday, we have Kibaki Holloway. Want to big up the Mullines management team in the building. Team win today. The man say, "Heal Sir Manning, team get a win today in the JPL." Yeah, big up. Well, they told me Jim was the best baller to play there. No, I think like in that time outer east, like I said, Omar Murray, Chris Brissett with Deck was the man. I'm telling you, when I was playing, like these guys went to Miami Classics. I think we played on the under 12 and under 15 at the Miami Classics because they used to have the Miami Classics at that time, right? And you know, it was from those times. You know, it's kind of funny. It was kind of funny that it's from those times you could see that depending on where you are from, because like Patrick Graham was a standout. I could name players who were a standout, even players from Clarendon that time that were standouts, and they just couldn't get into the system. So football has always been, unfortunately, you know, football has always been like that in Jamaica. You understand me? Yep. Yeah, man. So near all of us kind of leave school in and around the same time, because you understand me? Around 95, 96. Them times. Yeah, and around them time. There you go. Yeah, so that's our show for tonight, lovely people. Remember, 3 things you need to do. You need to make sure that you subscribe to the platform if you have not yet. Then you need to make sure that you hit the like button. All right? When you have done that, you make sure you share the video. Here's what you can do for me, right? It's very easy. We need to get to 3,000 likes by the end of this week. If you get one person to subscribe, don't just tell them. Because if you say to them, "Hey, subscribe to the channel," they won't. You get to them, you're at work, and they say, "Listen, just let me just subscribe. It's easy." You get them to subscribe. We get to 3,000. You are happy, and I'm happy. The show must go on. So big up to every single one of you. Appreciate every single comment. You understand me? Sometimes it's so like we argue. I don't take things personal. I like to banter, so it don't matter to me. You understand me? But we must always seek to be respectful. That's what I'm saying. We should not disrespect people, and people should not disrespect us. So as long as we do that, then we are all right. We can have good conversation. And listen, if everybody agree with you, look out, because you're probably about to be killed. I'm telling you, everybody can agree with you. Something is wrong. There's some trickery going on. So we need to be able to disagree and still be respectful and have conversations. I know that Brain Drain said I've covered up the flag, but don't worry, Brain Drain. I'm just advertising the merchandise. Am I sure? I am sure sports merchandise. See there, people? You see it? Yeah, that's it right there. We have the V-neck and we have the round neck. And in Jamaica, locally, we only have a few left. They will be in the United States come next week. Yes, so you can pick up yours there. We will give you the number, and once you make a payment, it gets delivered to you in less than 2 days. Right there in the United States. Only 22 in Jamaica. And here's why. Because it's a special edition. It's not t-shirt, it's the jersey. So that material that they used to make the Arsenal or the Manchester United jersey, that's it. So there are only 22. There are only 22 of them that will be done for Jamaica and 22 for the United States. After that, you have to wait until 2023 to get the 2023 edition. That's it. That's how we're doing it. The Big Back TV there, man. Don't worry yourself. With the birds, when the birds bring in info, you don't know. Yeah, definitely new. Yeah. We have them in black and we have them in white. Just two colors, and like I said, that only 22 persons. And listen, you see, if you count more than 22, you talk to Mannings, man. That's how we do it. In fact, they are made so special that what we have done is that we have left the space at the top. There's a space at the top left hand of them so you can brand it. So say for example, you go by Lulu, you just go to a printer and ask them to put that there, and that becomes the brand on the shirt. They just stamp on the Lulu, or they stamp on Eagle Republic, or they stamp on Peso, or they stamp on Neo, or they stamp on Outer East, whatever your name is, or Owen, and that becomes the label on it. So it becomes your kind of brand, your personal label on it. Yeah. Travis, you say when we are going to support your friend, we don't ask cost, we just say, me order one. Yeah. We just say, yo, what? You see on Neo? You can't, listen, we know the people that have been a peso. You have to look at Neo's response, peso. Here's what the man said, please let me. Listen what Lulu says. Me want one. Pesa, say you have to talk to me, Pesa. Pesa, if me had the 22 shirt and you ask me the cost, Pesa, you can't get any. Because they got done. By the time you tell you the cost, they got done, brother. You have to just call and say, me want one. That you have to say. And you get a shirt. You understand me? Look at what the other people said, Pesa. I want a black one. He always says, I'm on board. He was initially named Wayne Swire, but he's not. Owen says, I'm on board. You see, Peso, you have to get. Eagle Republic, XXL. Oh my Lord. You know what? To be honest, you know what is funny? We have from extra to small, medium, because remember we weren't doing a lot, and we had to decide what size it is most unlikely for a person to want one of the shirts in. And after we had some discussions, we said that there will be people who want extra small, there'll be people who want small, there'll be people who want medium, there'll be people who want large, there'll be people who want extra large. But you see, double XL, we may not find anyone. And now Eagle Republic, you serious, Eagle Republic? Oh Lord, Eagle Republic, tell me say a joke, you me. Tell me say you don't want a double XL Eagle Republic. Come here, go feel bad. Please tell me say you're just a joke. Please tell me say you're just a joke. You said you have to squeeze in the XL. Seriously? Wow. I never know that so many people wear double XL, man. B Douglas, let me just say this. Seriously, Eagle Republic and Neo. I never, I should have thought about it though, because a lot of persons in America, a lot of persons in America, really wear double XL, But I always think like, because a lot of Jamaicans, even the Jamaicans that live overseas, would purchase it. Honestly, I never thought. I have XL, but I never thought that I'd find many Jamaicans with double. And Brian, man, he a joke, man. What a double XL, man? No, man, don't not tell me that, man. Don't make me feel bad, man. I'm done the 22 already, man. I said to the people, I know that nobody would wear that size. What's it? Don't wear tight up clothes at your man. Yeah, oh my God, yeah, man. But Brian, you know, we got through all of them thing here. Yeah, man, we agree with you that Maggie should have been called up and a couple other players, but we don't go through that already. I don't know how I'm going to do that though. Me have to find a way. Man is set away. My boss. I go around big people. My boss. Okay, what to me I go around big people. Bruh, man of steel. You really no, you're a sportsman, brother. You can't be double XL. After you know some wrestler or something. You're a goalkeeper, man. Me never see a goalkeeper wear double XL yet, man. What you talk about, man? You're a goalkeeper. You're a goalkeeper. I mean, I don't believe Eagle Republic at all. I don't believe Eagle Republic. you say, oh, you have got to run at gym. You have to get out the dumpling out of the man them system. You get out the dumpling out of the man them system. It's serious, bro. It's serious. I didn't know this is trouble for real, and it's gonna be so hard. I wonder if I can. Yeah, we have to put them on the pass some detox or something. Hey, Neo, length, Neo, so you need to do some fast. Neo, you have to go for some fast, man. Come on, man. No, my lord. I can't believe I said it. Seriously, though, I didn't know. I've and it's going to be tough because we already have them. But if there's something that we can do, we'll try to, see if we can adjust like XL, to get to XXL, because I just always like I don't know many Jamaicans honestly who are double XL. I don't know many Jamaicans that are double XL. Very few. But I know it's a common thing in America, especially for the NFL players and stuff. But yeah. Oh, Neo, go. There you go. There's a sulfur bitters, Lulu. I believe it was a sulfur bitters of a weight loss. Think sulfur bitters of a washout. Yeah, man. But Kwame, Vassal, I'm not going to say that Vassal is better than Roof, but Vassal should be, I think Vassal should have been called up. That I will say. Vassal, Beckford could have been called up. Kaheem Paris could have been called up. And those things I'm not happy about. Yeah, I thought, isn't sulfur bitters for washing, like, when people say you want to wash out and thing, and them say you have so much oil. You understand me? Yeah, this one, man. Seriously. Bridget, when I go drink the wrong thing. Seriously, enough for weight loss. And then when I get them, these things are for cleansing. But you can't cleanse weight. You can't listen. All right. So when a person detox, is it for weight loss? Be I try understand the logic behind it. Wash out of weight loss. Wash out of get out some. Understand me? Sometimes people say what you say. You're bilious. A bilious, as they call it. We always get dizzy. Them say eat too much oily stuff, so you need. That's what I think. I don't know if seriously can cause it to lose weight. Eagle Republic. Eagle Republic, you just need to just drink water. For the next 2 weeks, Just water morning, water afternoon, water nighttime. No food. Just water. Water alone. Natural weight loss. Water alone. And then the following week now, you just eat some fruits alone. Yeah. Hey, the winter again is real. Come spring and summertime, folks will shed the extra. Okay, there you go. That is true. And him say, Owen says, just go on OMAD, brothers. one meal a day. Keep the weight away. Yeah. All right, people. Well, that's it. Again, thank you. Such a good conversation. Good time talking with you all. You understand me? Much respect to every single one of you. Again, just so you have been asking about Duncan McKenzie, he's in Switzerland. Over there, he has been over there. He's doing really well. Lot of top clubs also impressed with him, so that's good. Matthew Baker is the next young player. He's over there in Germany, and he is doing well, as well. Powell, the youngster from I think Cornwall College. He was at forget the name of the team in England, but he's in Germany. He's also doing well as well. So some young Jamaican talent doing well. You know also that Akwasa Chang started training, so he's doing well. So good to know that the youngsters are out there doing their stuff. Thursday is the game, Jamaica versus El Salvador. Yeah, so let's see. Detox increases metabolic rate, them claim. Jumpstart the weight loss. Jury's out on that one in my book. Yeah, I don't know if detox. I just feel like detox is a more inner cleansing. It like when I've done it, it almost like it remove excess oil from your skin, from your body, clears up your pores and those things. That's how I feel like it works. I don't know if it is a weight loss thing. Brethren, just go walk and play some ball, man. Play some scrimmage in your backyard, man. Get a box drinks box or pep-up box and just put some grass in it, man, and start juggle, man. Easy thing that, you lose some weight, them not sell pep-up again. Get a pep-up box, man. Or a Big Joe box, and, you squeeze up the edge of the box and you put some grass in it or some paper. Yeah. And there you go. I did an actual video with a nutritionist, and she tell you what to do. Like listen, you should not eat after 5 o'clock. You should not eat more than 2 slices of bread. There you go. Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. We're planning on some new things, I am sure. So today, was it today? I think, yeah, man. Or yesterday. Yesterday, my kids had football game. So on the way, I saw a man with some green box brethren. I sell box drink. And I said to myself, I'm not buying none of them things here because box drink still make, yeah, man. But yeah, man, box drink still make, man. I didn't want to buy any because I say a long time I see a man I sell box drinks on the street. But he was selling box drinks in a green box and things. So box drinks still out there, man. I don't know how regularly they are sold, Yeah, man, and eggnog still out there, and chocolate milk and them thing there. You understand me? So buy a box drinks, man, and just get the box. When you drink out the juice out the box drinks, then you did edge them and you put some grass or some stuff in there, some paper, and you make a little ball and you start juggle. Simple stuff. Uncle Ian still in the business. Big Joe. Yeah, Big Joe still there around. A long time I don't see Big Joe. Big Joe not there around, man. Big Joe lockdown, man. Big Joe lockdown, man. Yeah, talk about when Big Joe not in operation again. A long time I don't see no Big Joe. Yeah. Big Joe's. Long time I don't see Big Joe's. Long time. So they're probably out of business. But yeah, those were the days. Yeah. All right, bless up again. Last time I said that, I am whoosh and I'm out of here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play for you something from William Nib High School. That, like I said, they lost one of their goalkeepers today, and also something from Rossi's, the bro sister, Rossi's bro sister, foundation, right? So you can, if you're in the area and you want to support them, you can do that, because we help to promote other people's stuff. Anyway, we can support football, even by doing simple things like advertising and sharing what they're doing on our platform. We are most willing to do that. All right, so let me play this for you from William Nib, and then I'll play something for you from Rossi's, and you won't see me again, so have a good night until tomorrow when we speak with Mr. Marcel Gale.
William Nib Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its 3rd annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Nib High School DaCosta Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say Ono did that.
Yo, saw me, the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their 2nd annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun and amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. I'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.